Hey guys, this is Eskimo Poodle, and we are back to Let's Play Dark Souls Remastered on PC. Last time, we escaped from the Undead Asylum by killing the Asylum Demon with our sorceries and our downward stabbinesses, and that was pretty great. And then we got to Lordran, where we fought some skeletons who are surprisingly strong for this point of the game, and upgraded our SS Flask to +1 to restore 400 HP per swig of Sunny D instead of 300. I did mess up on the math on the Estus Flask. It turns out that +1 is 400, +2 is 500, +3 is 600, and then it's 50 after that until a maximum of 800 total HP recovered. So there we go. So anyways, let's go ahead and actually talk to some of these people now that we're here. So let's talk to this guy. This guy is kind of like the crestfallen warrior from Demon Souls.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. Too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
Oh, Blight Town, we will get to you soon enough, whether we want to or not. And I like how this guy says, oh, the fate of the undead, you're not the first one, huh? So we're not the first chosen undead to go wandering around and trying to set things right here in Lordran by killing all the demons and whatnot. So we might be the first successful ones, but others are at least trying, so there's that. And we have to ring 2 bells of awakening. And that's pretty much the first half of the game, or maybe, I guess maybe first third of the game. Basically our first main objective. We will get to it, but don't worry, there's plenty to go on in this game. Heck, I think my melee character that I made on the original Dark Souls, I think I got a solid 80 hours at least? I don't know. Anyways, let's keep talking to him.
Your face. You're practically hollow. But who knows? Going hollow could solve quite a bit.
Yes. I look like a piece of dried beef jerky that's been extra beef jerkied, but oh well.
What? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collected bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity. Coveting thy neighbor is only human, after all.
Now, I don't kill too many of the human NPCs in the game, but I think he's referring to if you kill someone like him, who is human and not hollow at the moment. I think you can get a liquid humanity, not an item humanity, a liquid for your number up there, from killing him like that, I think. I don't do that terribly often, so I don't know. And he was saying butter up a cleric and get summoned, or cleric and get summoned, but I don't think clerics actually give you humanity. At least not that I remember.
What are you looking at? Don't try anything clever. You might regret it.
Yeah, you don't want to actually attack this guy. I mean, he will actually put up a pretty good fight, so let's not.
What? You want to hear more? Oh, that's all we need. Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the undead church, but the lift is broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the undead burrow through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the undead berg, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But I'd die again before I step foot in that cesspool.
Now, he said something kind of interesting there. He said that the first bell is past the broken elevator right here, which is actually the elevator that we fell down to, or fell down through those, like, 3 feet to get to those items there. Yeah, right over here. If the elevator was working, we could take that up, and it'd be, from the bonfire right here, it'd be about a 5-minute trip to the first bell of awakening we need to get to. But since it's conveniently not working, we have to go the long way, and yeah, that's always fun. And then if you started the game with the master's key, you could actually take the elevator down that we went to earlier and open up a door that I didn't show, and that'll enable the shortcut down to Blight Town, as it's called. And even though it's very dangerous down there, especially with your starting equipment and armor and such, you would eventually be able to get to the other Bell of Awakening. So if you have the Master's Key, you could technically ring that Bell of Awakening first. It'd be a royal pain in the ass, but you could do it. I mean, most people, and including myself, go up through there and eventually get to, well, we can't see it terribly well, but there's a building up there, and ring the first Bell of Awakening. But you can go that way if you want to.
What the hell? What is it now? You ask too many questions.
Yes, I'm inquisitive. Tough.
What now? I'm not up for chatting.
Okay, I think he's done talking at the moment now. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so he gives a decent amount of world information pretty much there. And let's go ahead and talk to this other guy, who is our only other NPC at the moment. Actually, no, there is another NPC that we can go check out. You know what, we probably will do that just to get it out of the way at the moment.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thoroland. Have you business with us? If not, I prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
So this fat, bowl-cut cleric is Petrus. And he doesn't seem terribly sociable.
Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance. But I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
So he's not terribly sociable, but he is reasonably friendly. I mean, he's not going to, like, go out of his way to be nice to you, but he's not going to just straight up ignore you.
Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
Okay, so yeah, he'll actually go ahead and teach us miracles. I think you have to... join this covenant that he's talking about. Let's try no. And see if that works.
That is a shame. Speak to me if you have a change of heart.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes the item pop-ups kind of stay there for a while. You can't do a whole lot about it.
Very well.
Okay, it looks like, yeah, we have to join this covenant. I think we can abandon it later, but I'm not terribly worried about it. Yay, we're in the covenant.
Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
And by your faith, he does mean your faith stat. Okay, so covenants, various NPCs throughout the game will enable you to enter a covenant of theirs, and they will give you various benefits, like being able to summon certain types of people in that covenant, or there's one that's dedicated to making invading worlds easier. There's one that protects a certain area of the game. So basically just stuff like that. And you can level up in the covenants and gain items or spells or stuff like that. We'll go over those later, though. I'm not terribly concerned about it. But let's learn a gesture here. We can learn shrug. What's up? So if we wanted to, we could go ahead and replace one of our gestures with that. So what do you got for sale? A lot of healing stuff in Homeward, which isn't too bad, I guess. All these are reasonably self-explanatory. Talisman for casting miracles, and then the Thorlund talisman, which I guess is... Oh, what is this? I don't know what's so special about that one. Oh, I think it might have a high magic adjust even without the faith, but I'm not terribly sure, so I'm going to ignore it. Anyways, yeah, we could get the healing items here, basically a big heal, and yeah, 1 use right there. So it's nice, but it's not going to heal a lot. Heck, even the smaller heal, you only get 5 uses out of it. So they're nice to complement your Estus flasks, but they're not going to be your main source of healing, that's for sure. Seek guidance. This puts out a higher concentration of messages from players. I think normally you can only have a certain amount out at a time. I think this makes it so that more are available. Force. This just not. It's kind of like Wrath of the Gods, except it doesn't do damage. It can do damage if you propel them like off of a cliff and onto like a lower floor. If you just get them. Just push them off of a cliff to death, but it's not going to do damage outright, I don't think. Homeward, basically, well, Homeward Bone, pretty much. So there we go. So, stuff, but nothing that I care about.
My companions are my lady and her young knights. She is young, but burdened by an undead mission. We are her defenses, to keep her from harm.
Milady is somebody's waiting for. She's not here yet, so we're gonna not worry about that.
An undead mission? Regrettably, I cannot share that with you. But you are my pupil. Perhaps if you show your faith.
If you pay the amount of souls that he's requesting, he'll give you various hints about what you're supposed to do. I don't think they're anything terribly useful, but, well, they're there.
I'm afraid that may...
Okay, yeah. You don't see anything else, so we're good to go. Yeah. Your faith. I am going to skip some repeat dialogue, or actually a fair amount of it, but for the most part, I'll try not to. I mean, during my main playthrough, I just kind of mashed through it, but oops. Anyways, if we go down here, back to this other area that we were at earlier, there is an NPC. There's not a whole lot we can do with him right now. But he does have some stuff that we can look at, so let's go ahead and just get it out of the way, and then we'll actually go ahead and continue on our path here. I really hope that they take care of this stuttering issue fast, because it's really irritating. I thought the windowed thing was a way to fix it, but apparently not. I think somebody mentioned that if you go offline, like from Steam itself, it might fix it, but that's more or less the whole reason why I'm playing the remastered version, is so I can actually have online interaction, so I can actually get invaded and maybe do 1 or 2 invasions myself. I mean, yeah, in Demon Souls playthrough, I didn't do that very much, but it is nice to do it every once in a while, so I mean, I'd like to. Perfect, got some damage there. You damage me. I want to test out my new and improved healing. Yeah, they still do their little flail. Okay, that's not what I was going for. Oops. I was trying to just kill him and then heal, but I failed miserably there. Oh well. Alright, let's try this again. And after this, we're going to stop putzing around in Firelink and, like I said, actually go do stuff. You want to be reasonably careful making that jump, otherwise you might accidentally, like, leapfrog off to your death or something. By the way, a trick that you're going to want to get used to for this elevator in particular is, because eventually this is going to be a way to farm certain items, is when you get to the bottom, immediately, what you're going to want to do is after you get off, you're going to want to immediately run on it and then immediately get back on it to send it back up. That way you don't got to wait for it like I have to do right now. Because if you wanted to, when we get to the bottom here, you could just say, step back on it, and then it goes back up, and then you don't got to wait for it on your way back. However, I am going to have to call it back, but oh well. Anyways, I'm not terribly worried about showing off the slightly increased power of our Estus flask at the moment, so let's not worry about it. I was going to, but oh well. Now, over here, if you go over here, this right here can be opened by the master key, and this will eventually take you to Blighttown for the Bell of Awakening. Like I said, it's not recommended since it's very dangerous, but you can if you want to. Alright, if we go down here, there's somebody sitting down here. What's up?
Well, this is unusual. You haven't lost your head. And more importantly, you're free. How on earth? Well, I shouldn't pry. I'm Ricky of Vinay. I was once an established smith. Look at me now. Can you believe it?
This guy is a blacksmith. There's actually, I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 blacksmiths in the game, maybe a 5th one, I don't remember. But yeah, he'll upgrade your weapons at certain points, or when you have the proper materials, which I don't have. I'm just talking to the guy.
What is it? Have you? Oh no. Don't worry. I've no intention of escaping. It's safe here. Can't bear the thought of going hollow out there. Although, I must admit, not much to occupy myself. How about this? I could forge your weapons, albeit with rather minimal tools. I'll show you what made you the best in this.
Cool. So he can go ahead and reinforce our weapons. Oh, by the way, all these various options here, reinforced weapon is basically going weapon +1 to +2 to +3 or whatever. Modified weapon is going from plus whatever to fire or lightning or whatever like that. And also from 5 to 6, 9 to 10. No. 5 to 6, 10 to 11, and I think that's it. Yeah, you actually have to modify for those couple steps there. You can reinforce your armor. I'm not going to bother with that too much. Maybe towards later. You can repair stuff, and you can also just talk and purchase.
What is it? There's nothing to talk about. We're both cursed, undead. But what's there really to moan about?
Yeah, this guy just kind of wants to sit in his cell and not get killed by all the other undead. But, well, we are going to bother him every once in a while.
There's nothing to talk about. We're both cursed.
Okay, nothing else then. Now, what do you have for sale? Oh, he does have some stuff here. Good. He does have a heavy soul arrow, which is, well, more powerful than what we got, and soul arrow, which is exactly what we have. Now, here's the cool thing here. We can buy a sorcerer's catalyst. I don't really care. Here's the cool thing. We have soul arrow already. That has 30 uses. This guy is selling soul arrow. If we buy this from him, it'll disappear out of his inventory, and we will have a second attunement of soul arrow. So if we go to the bonfire and we set it up so that we can have our original soul arrow and this one, we will have 60 total casts of soul arrow. So yeah, basically you can stack them. So it's really nice. I kind of forgot this guy was here and he sold this, but we will come back for this when I have the souls. And if, okay, let's say this guy sells it, another vendor sells it, and another vendor sells it, and then I have my starting slot. You could have like 120 casts of soul arrow. Yeah, they're kind of weak, but it is a whole lot of cast there. So it's not too shabby. I'm not gonna get it right now because it would take a little bit of farming that I'm not in the mood for, but I will come back for it reasonably soon. I'm just going to keep in mind that, hey, I'm going to need 2,000 souls to come back for that guy. Anyways, let's go ahead and actually get stuff done here. Yeah, there's going to be a couple episodes where there's going to be a lot of talking just because there is a lot of plot that's told through various NPCs and whatnot. We'll try not to front load all that too much, but every once in a while it's just going to happen. We will probably be back to this guy before the second boss, though, now that I'm thinking about it, to get those spells. So that'll be something to remember and look forward to. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and head up, and let's go ahead and actually go fight some dudes, because we're itching for some combat. And actually, I just realized that I'm kind of lying here. We're gonna go ahead and do a quick little run for some items here over by the skeletons. You don't have to, but it's probably a reasonably decent idea. I don't think a lot of the stuff is going to be terribly useful for myself, but the thing is, it might be useful for a melee character that one of you guys are playing, so we might as well. Okay, so first off, let's get down here. Let's not kill ourselves. Large soul, perfect. Let's grab that. I'm going to try to ignore these guys for the most part. Let's see, down here, Caduceus round shield, which is probably better than the shield that we got right now, since the shield that we got right now is kind of crap. Let's go over here. Binoculars, yeah, you could have just chose those as your starting gift, but, well, they're right frickin' there anyways, and again, not terribly useful items. There's nothing down there. Yeah, watch out for these skeletons. Some of them are big, some of them are dangerous. Winged spear, I kind of forgot that was there, but that actually is really nice because I'm going to end up using that at some point. Okay, large soul of an undead, and then if we... There is another item here. I don't remember where... I can't remember where it's at, though. Let's go ahead and return to... No, that didn't work. I was hoping it would. Let's go ahead and return to the bonfire and reset those guys so I don't have everybody following me. By the way, some of these guys are very tenacious and they will follow you for a while. And like I said, if they are right on your ass, you're not going to be able to light the bonfire, and you're going to be kind of hosed there. Yeah, see, I can't light it right now because they are kind of too close. So let me see if I can go ahead and... They might start walking away if I go far enough away. So let's do that. I think if you use a homeward bone, that pretty much counts as using the bonfire, and all the enemies will reset. And I'm not I don't remember if your Estus flasks do, but I think they do. I think they do, actually. But I'm not going to waste one of those just for these couple items that I'm getting here. There's only one other item that I really want to get from down there. Okay, yeah, that'll reset everybody. And then there's one other item. We just gotta find it real fast. I know for a fact that that item's not useful. The winged spear is actually very nice, but I'm not going to use it right away. Mainly because I think I need... Yeah, I need a few more strength and dexterity. Actually, a fair amount of both. But we'll work towards that. Where is the other item? It's around here somewhere. I just gotta find it. By the way, that little purple meter, that is the bleed, or poison buildup. I think purple is... Crap, that's not good. Actually, that's fine, I guess. I think purple is poison, red should be bleed, and then another purplish is... Oh, here it is. Toxin, which is kind of like plague, except I don't think it reduces your healing taken. I don't remember, but I don't think it does. I think bleed works differently in this game. I think those meters were kind of there in Demon Souls. They were just kind of invisible. But now they just show up building up. And I think bleed got changed. I don't remember exactly how it worked in Demon Souls, but in this, when it fully fills up the bleed bar, you take a chunk of damage. you don't start bleeding over time, I don't think. Poison and toxin you still do. Let's see, how much do I have for you guys? Yeah, we have a couple. Let's use them. 800. I only need 300 more for that extra cast of souls. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and kill a couple skeletons, and then I'll meet you down at the blacksmith to get that extra cast of soul arrows, just because it's a nice little boost. So I will be right back. By the way, look at all the bloodstains over by the skeletons here. Yeah, this is a pretty good warning that, hey, you're not supposed to be here yet. I mean, yeah, you think skeletons, easy, first enemy. Yeah, you can kill them eventually, just they don't give that many souls, and they take forever. So, anyways, I will meet you guys where I said I'll meet you guys. Alrighty, let's go ahead and pick up our second slot worth of... No, I don't want to talk to you. By the way, be careful with using B to cancel out of stuff like you might be used to, because you can still roll and stuff while you're talking if you're not careful. And it's been the cause of several deaths across many players, myself included. Okay, let's actually purchase our soul arrow. We'll come back for heavy soul arrow later, which, yeah, slightly slower. I don't know why it says a cooldown. I think it might just take longer to cast in general. That's what they're referring to as cooldown there, but oh well. Soul arrow, grab it again. Yeah, it disappears from his inventory, but if we get back to Firelink Shrine, we can go ahead and attune it and have 60 casts of soul arrows. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, back at Firelink Shrine. Let's sit our butts down and then go to attune magic, and let's go ahead and choose our second slot there, attune our second soul arrow, and there we go. Now we've got 2 full slots of soul arrow there, and luckily you don't gotta like switch between them because they're still the same spell, so that's fine. I mean, if you had soul arrow and then heavy soul arrow, you'd have to press up to go from soul arrow to that one, but we should be fine here. Anyways, let's go ahead and actually get some stuff done. We'll go for, again, a slightly longer episode, mainly because, well, we spent all day talking, literally, so let's do this. Maybe another 10 minutes or so here. Let's go ahead and kill that guy. Goodbye, sir. Hold up your shield here and watch out for that guy at the... Not that guy at the very top, but that guy in the middle. He will throw fire bombs at you, so you want to watch out. By the way, before we go too far, let me actually look at some of the stuff that we picked up real fast. Let's see. We picked up the Caduceus round shield, which is heavier than our starting shield, but it has better overall stats. Let's see, it still doesn't have 100% physical block right there, but it has 85 compared to 80. It has much higher magic defense, much lower fire defense, and slightly higher lightning defense. So reasonably decent upgrade. Nothing fantastic, but it's not bad. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on. Yeah, we'll lose a little bit of weight, but we'll live. Yeah, we're still well below the 25% fast thing. Fast rolling. You know, I'm going to see if I can... Let me see if we can't get our medium roll, just to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're under 25%. Here is our roll at the moment. If we go ahead and just say screw it and put on a bunch of stuff there. Let's see, 19. So that's closer to like, well, 12 would be 25%. So we're definitely over that. So now we roll. Yeah, slows it down a fair amount. Like, it's still not terribly slow, but it's much slower than what we would care for. Let's see if we put on the Morning Star. Yeah, that's fine. And then the Winged Spear. Okay, yeah, now we're over our halfway point. So we got our super fat roll there. Personally, I would have been fine if they didn't do the like 3 different levels of rolls, but you gotta deal with what you gotta deal with. So let's get going then, shall we? Those are our 3 levels of rolls there. Okay, let's try to get this guy from a distance. There we go, we got him. I'm really not digging this slowdown at all. It's really making me mad. But then again, From Software is aware of it, and they will be trying to fix it sooner rather than later, from what I understand. Magic does make some of these parts really easy just to clobber these chumps here. It's really nice. Okay, so over here, we got this item that was hanging there anyways, and then we got this item that dropped, Hollow Soldier Waistcloth. That's not really terribly worth it. It actually doesn't have horrible stats. It's slightly better than our Sorcerer's Boots, I guess, but it also looks like crap too. Yeah, I've got legs, baby. And no thank you. Those are not the legs I want to see. So actually, I guess they are kind of horrible. Anyways, here, we want to jump across to that little platform right there. So get a running start and jump. There you go. Ignore that guy. And this ledge right here is very narrow, but we can still hug it and make our way across. Beautiful. And this guy has a Ring of Sacrifice. That's a very good item. You equip it, and then when you die, you don't lose your souls or your liquid humanity. Which, your liquid humanity, you lose that when you die, just so you know. When you pick up your bloodstain, you get your souls back and your liquid humanity back, so that's nice. But with that Ring of Sacrifice, if you have it on, you don't got to worry about it in the first place. It'll break and it'll disappear from your inventory, and you'll keep everything. You do have to be wearing it to get the benefit of the sacrifice there, but that's not a bad idea. Okay, let's grab you, Soul of the Lost Undead, awesome. And let's go in here, and there's a rat. Goodbye, sir. What are you guarding there, buddy? Soul of the Lost Undead. Fantastic. And if we go all the way down to this door right here, does not open from this side. Okay, fair enough. Nice little area over here. Let's get rid of this guy here. Hopefully he doesn't block too much and we're good to go. Got you. Okay, we're doing okay here. You. Let's grab you. There you go. As you can see, even if we only had 30 casts of sorcery, we'd still be doing reasonably good. I mean, we are going through it at a decent clip, but at the same time, we've only used 11 casts so far. So, I mean, you might want to switch it up with your dagger, just to be on the safe side. But I'm not terribly worried about it since we did get that extra charge of magic there. Okay, now if you look over here, there's a ladder down there and some items and such, and some fellas hanging off of a wall. So in order to get over there, let's go ahead and do our favorite Dark Souls thing, break a barrel. Or a bunch of barrels in this case. Yeah. And unlike in Demon Souls, you do not get the added bonus of 2 frames per second while doing so. So that's nice. Okay, if we go over... I don't think there's anything over here. But this part right here is reasonably missable because you're walking by it. You might not see that it's... you might not see that there's a doorway there. And if you go in here, you get this guy. Soul of the Lost Undead. Cool. What's up? And then over here, yeah, it's a weird plank dead end area for some reason. And yeah, you can get to this side over here. Hello. Not quite what I was going for trying to kill you guys, but yeah, it's not changing the lock on. You can kind of aim, but you gotta Be kind of careful about it. Yeah, it's not going to work. Okay. Yeah, this little corpse will taunt you if you're not aware of this little side path right here, so that's why I decided to point it out early there. I think those guys over there were actually hanging out over here, because this is usually where they attack me at. But I guess I preempted them. Okay, so let's go ahead and kill you. Yeah, your magic will miss a fair amount if they're very movie-aroundy. Like I said, it has a small home to it, but not like a real big homing area here. Now, I want to see if I can't... Well, kill you, obviously. Yeah, the magic isn't always the best, but whatever, you deal with it. Now, if you aim perfectly, you can go ahead and get these guys. There you go. I was actually aiming for the other bro, this guy, but I'll take it. And I don't know where you came from, dude. Like, at all. I have no idea where that guy came from. Okay, but I couldn't get those other guys. But you don't have to, because, well, they're going to go ahead and make their way up here anyways. Rubbish. Yeah, it's a great little trap there. While they're climbing over the walls, you can't hit these guys, so just kind of ignore them until they actually make their way onto the platform here. Okay, move, dude. You're in the way. I'm trying to show something here, but you're kind of in the way, guy. Okay. Yeah, they still do that little flailing attack that they were famous for in Demon Souls there. I was going to try to do something there, but it didn't really work out. We'll get to it eventually, I guess. Okay, over here is... Okay, I see where we are. Let's grab this right here, which I think is... Yeah, just humanity. I thought it might have been another item that I don't really care for, but well, it's not. And anyways, I think we've actually made it far enough for the moment. So we're going to call it here, and next episode we're going to continue on through the... I think this is called the Undead Parish or the Undead Burg. Well, it's the Undead something or other. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. And next episode, we will actually continue fighting our way through these little chumps. So, have a good night, and I'll see you guys then.